Hello again, everybody. This is Patrick Pinto from BeeSeen Solutions, and welcome to another riveting episode of the ABCs of Digital Marketing. Today, we're sitting with a premier client and friend of ours, Jessica Senecal from the Twenty2 Group. How are you today, Jessica?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. That's glad to hear. Tell everyone that's watching a little bit about the Twenty2 Group and kind of what you guys do.
Sure. So we help emerging enterprise SaaS companies shorten their sales cycle. And we do that to achieve better deal flow, better forecasting, more accurate forecasting, and additional revenue. I like to say that we act and work well in the red zone. I'm a football fan. And so those last 20 yards of the sales cycle, when you have a client who has said, yes, we want to do it, we want to buy your services, but it still has to go through final procurement and the dreaded legal review, those red lines. We look at how that process works for these emerging SaaS companies. And we help them streamline it, make sure they're effective. We look for any friction point that's going to slow down that deal. And we help them by putting together a package that will accomplish those things. And that might include a playbook, a negotiation playbook for how you deal with those red lines. The why of what we do, why do we do this? Well, my co-partner and co-founder comes to this with about the better part of a decade worth of experience negotiating on a buy side for Fortune 100 companies who are buying these SaaS agreements. So she has seen thousands of agreements, millions and millions of dollars worth of deals put together, and she's been the one negotiating it. So we take all of that market data and have turned it around to provide service and support to emerging companies that are selling SaaS in this marketplace.
I have to tell you, it's very impressive. I've done a due diligence on your firm, and I've looked at the history and the scope of what you guys do. And I have to tell you that you've really put a lot of time and energy and articulation into what you're doing. What most impresses me, and you've said it, and I'm going to take a piece of what you said, you're a red zone type of girl, okay? And people don't realize, for those that are football fans, or for those that aren't football fans, the red zone becomes your most difficult and intricate part of the game. Okay, what happens within those 20 yards can make or break the team for the day. And
Yeah.
you're coming in at the most crucial time to bring your clients through the finish line, over the goal line, I should say. And that's what's crucial. And to be able to do that, to be able to almost bring a sense of ease to someone the way you do, is just a gift in itself. And look, and I also love that you're an old school type of person, because as I do this interview with you, I look over your shoulder and I see a stack of vinyls behind you. And the rarity of vinyls these days, they're making a comeback, which means that you've always stayed at the front of the cutting edge, which is awesome.
That's right.
I'm assuming that the Twenty2 Group is in the same mindset and same thought pattern of always keeping themselves and their clients one step ahead of where they need to be.
Absolutely. And helping getting them there into that position.
Oh, of course.
That is the goal. That is the objective. And that's how we run 22.
So let me ask you this. If you were to leave this conversation today, leave this interview today, with a lasting impression, a kind of a push on somebody, what would you like them to know about Jessica Senecal and the Twenty2 Group?
Well, I would say that our customers we value the cooperative nature of how we work together. We want to provide service in an area where a lot of folks think there's nothing that can be done to improve this process. And without knowing that absolutely there are things you can do, there are tools that you can use, and we help you identify them and use them effectively.
Listen, I agree with you, and I say this with you, and I really think it left an impression on me. Speaking with you, which I would encourage everyone to reach out and speak with you, and they can look you up on LinkedIn, Jessica Senecal. They can go to the 22 group as a website and they can find you as well. But what's important, and they have to take this into consideration, that the conversation that they have with you clearly is free, but the advice and suggestions you give them could be priceless.
It could be for sure.
And I think that if you all that are watching, take a moment and give Jessica a call, look her up on LinkedIn, take a look at the website. I think that you'll be very impressed with what you see, and it will leave you with the same lasting impression everyone I've referred has left. They've walked away quite happy and quite at ease knowing what the 22 group could do.
Thank you.
Jessica, I thank you for taking the time today. Thank you for speaking with us as I said, in the riveting episode of the ABCs of digital marketing. And like I tell everyone, it's always good to speak to someone. It's always good to be